I'm Mike Reilly from FP Reilly Sons Construction Inc. out of Andover, Massachusetts. We're a general excavation company. We do paving as well. We do utility work, water, sewer, even septic. Been in business, my father started in 1947. I started to get into the crushing because I believed there was a future in that to get rid of the product. It was getting more costly to dispose of it. The fees are getting higher to dump. The fees are getting higher to buy it. And the trucking's getting harder over the road with DOT and whatnot with the trucking industry. So at that point, I tried to find a way that I could crush it not only on my site, but other people's site where they didn't have to truck it as much. One of the biggest keys that I could see with the machine is that it did pretty much everything. It screened it, it brought the oversize back to the machine, re-crushed it, where in the past that would be discharged on the ground, the loader would bring it back to the pile. This machine is all self-contained where the oversize goes back up a belt, back into the hopper, and what comes out the end is your finished product. And that's what I like the feature of. Basically what it was is looking at it, it was compact enough that I could bring it to our site, which is our shop in the rear, which is not very big, and we could set it up down there and run it. And I've also locally been able to move it on my 25-ton tag-along trailer. And then when I've had farther places to go, we put it on a low bed. But I can move it on my 25-ton trailer when I'm locally going from town to town, which has been very, very convenient. And that was one of the biggest reasons for the RM7. Well, it keeps me a lot busier, and I'm putting a lot more miles on my pickup, and I like challenges, and that's what I like to do. And you're meeting a lot more people, and people in my line of work, and it's good. I like that, and it's just branched out in another way, and it keeps me busy. It keeps me moving. The service we do as well now with this machine is we're going to their site, and I'm looking at what they have, and I'm trying to give them a pretty good estimate of what it would cost to crush it, so they can crunch the numbers and see what it is for them to dispose it, or have another company come in and do what they want to get to for a final product. And that's what I've been doing on that. Well, our experiences have varied. We find out at times that people put all kinds of product in their product, which it's not always what you look at once you start to get into the piles. So at some points it's been challenging for us in regards to everything is different that you crush, whether it's cement, hot top. We just did a project where the guy had all tailings from his fill pile, which went quite well. So the biggest thing is that it's a learning curve for us, and we've had support through RUBBLE Master, and it's been a learning process, but we're getting there and we're quite happy with what we've achieved. It's changed my business in the fact that since we've owned it, I have not paid for one disposal fee or bought any product. As of right now, we're going to be back crushing in our yard for a second time. We just, as of 2 days ago, trucked out 500 ton to a project, as well as we've crushed for other people and one paving contractor in Shirley, Mass, as well as a site contractor in Drake, Mass, and it's worked extremely well for us doing so. Our experience, there wasn't a lot. We had rented one before from a gentleman up in Drake, Massachusetts, where we did, that machine would spit out the 3-inch minus, and then we would run it back through the machine. We ran it through our screener, so there was multiple machines running at the time we did it. It did a good job, but there was more than one machine running. The RM70 made it where I did not have to do that. It screened its own material when we did it, so one machine would do everything, where I did not have to run a screener, pick the product back off the ground, bring it back over to the pile. The RM70 did all of that, so that it was a finished product at the end. The process for me was when I first started to look into a bucket crusher for an excavator, and I shortly realized that if I was going to try to make any part of a living, try to rent a machine out, that wasn't going to produce enough product out in the market. And then I looked into a used machine that went on a hook lift and we shortly realized that the hook lift truck that we had wasn't big enough to move that. Then I was introduced to the RM70 on tracks through Renee at RUBBLE Master.